How's it going, y'all? Jake here from Flooded Marsh Flies. Today I've got a minnow I've been working on for smallmouth and largemouth bass called the skinny minnow. It's just got a little bit of bucktail, a little bit of dubbing. Definitely recommend tying this in all white, all black, olive, tan, or mixing and matching like I do here. Like I said, I've been working for the fish around me. It's matching that profile, matching the color slightly. I've definitely got to tweak it a little bit, but it's been pretty productive. I hope y'all had a great week, and thanks for watching. Let's get into it. Today I'm using a Mustad R74-9672 in a size 6. Just going to go ahead and start my thread here. I'm using UTC 140 in olive, I believe. Then I got some lead wire here. I think it's 0.03. I think that's the size, but just going to give this a couple wraps. Not a couple. A good amount of wraps. It's probably about 6 wraps. Making sure to get them nice and tight. And then I'm going to pull my lead tight, put my thumb in there and kind of spin it free. I'm going to push it up against my thread, wrap over it, and then make another bump. Making sure the lead's nice and tight. Just makes for an even profile later. Just securing it in here, giving it a decent base layer of thread. Moving my thread to the back of the shank here, just before the bend. Gonna put in a little bit of white bucktail. This is just some loose white bucktail. I don't know who made it. Lost the package, but decent little pinch there. Gonna go ahead and wrap forward, even pressure. Probably going just about the length of the shank. Cutting that as close as I can get it. Then I'm gonna add some olive and brown bucktail. This is from Fulling Mill. I just got into their stuff. It's pretty good. I like it. Even amount there. Just gonna tie that right on top of that white bucktail. Just cleaning everything up. And move my thread back to that tie-in point. Then I've got some of this Fulling Mill Micro Dub in dark Peacock. Just grab a decent pinch of that. Not scared to add bulk here. Then just start wrapping that over the shank. You want it to be decently even with the lead here in terms of thickness, and then kind of use less as you are wrapping on top of the lead. Or just build up enough bulk in the back half that you don't have to do that, I guess. And I'm stopping right past that lead I'm gonna add a little bit of Mallard flank here. I've just stripped off like the webby under fur. Really only want the long fibers here. Tying that in and moving my thread forward. Then I'm just going to start wrapping this over the shank, making sure to palmer those fibers backwards. I'm going to use the whole feather here. Once I've used up all that feather, I'm just going to wrap back my thread and then wrap over the quill. Kind of wrapping over the fibers as well, just to splay them backwards. And cutting that as clean as I can get it. Moving my thread to the front of the fly and then back up to those feathers just to clean everything up. And I've also just got some random olive dubbing here. Not sure where it's from. Basically olive with blue flash in it, and then Senyo's Laser Dub in tan from Hairline. Gonna take a little clump of the tan here and tie it at the bottom of the fly. Pulling that loose fibers free. I had a good clump of loose fibers, so I'm going to go ahead and tie that back in. Kind of straighten everything out. Then I'm going to come in with some olive dubbing here over the top. Not giving too many wraps, don't want to add too much bulk, but I definitely want it to be secure. Then I'm going to take that front part of the dubbing and fold it over. And then I'm going to wrap over both of them at the same time. Doesn't matter if the front's messed up here, I'm going to put a fish skull on. Basically just aiming for everything to look proportional. So I threw a couple wraps over the front, then I'm going to brush it out a little bit. Then just wrapping over, kind of cleaning it up. Making sure my fish skull is going to fit. If I had to guess, this is a 3mm. I'm not really sure the actual size. I bought them a long time ago, and now they're just in a Ziploc bag. So, but made sure it fit. They're going to throw a couple whip finishes on here. Cut my thread free. Then I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite just all around. This is just to hold that fish skull in place. Then going to go ahead and press that fish skull on there, making sure everything's even. Don't want it to be off. Really cleans up this fly. I mean, you could go all the way to the front with the dubbing and create a little bit of a dam, and it would I guess, have a little bit more bulk, but it's not really my goal here. It is the skinny minnow after all. But I've just taken my thread here once that fish skull is pressed on, wrapping my thread around, making a bit of a dam just to hold that fish skull nice and tight. Mine have a tendency to fall off if I don't do this. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. It's probably that I don't let my glue dry long enough. But once I have that dam on there, I'm just going to go ahead and throw a whip finish. If I were a bass, I'd eat it, personally. Now I'm going to throw some eyes on here. I think these are from Fly Tyer's Dungeon. Gonna be honest, I don't know the size or the color. Obviously they're yellow and black, but I don't know if they have a special name. But just going to throw some Loctite on here. Pressing my eyes on. Make sure not to glue them to your finger like I do here. I recommend using a bodkin or something. Even the gel dries pretty fast on your fingers, so definitely recommend staying away from that. I eventually get it figured out here using my bodkin this time. Now with the little movie magic, the glue is dry, so gonna go ahead and put some Loon Flow down just to help secure those eyes. A little bit of Loon Flow over the eyes, kind of makes them glossy in my opinion. Just securing everything down. Hitting it with my light. Definitely want to make sure everything's cured. Also, never realized this, but the eyes are glow in the dark, so that's kind of cool. Just giving this a final brush out, make sure everything's nice. And like I said, tie these up in different colors. I'm curious if they work. I got to do it myself. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, hope y'all had a great week. If you tie this, let me know. Peace.